Anguas. Anguas. You guys don't know these moves. Where were you? Joe fire. Hello guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's during the week. It's a Tuesday. And I'm probably gonna post this video on the weekend because girl has things to do. But anyway, today I just wanted to share a story, a traumatic event that happened to me actually this year. It happened in May, right? So basically, this is what happened, right? It's just to prove that South Africa is the pits, guys. Like, I love my country because of its rich diversity, and Mzansi is lit, but the things that happen, nah, guys. So this is what happened, right? So in May, I don't remember the date. I went to the post office because I had to go take my study material from there, right? So in this case, this is what happened. Me going to take my study material a day before already, like I slept late. Good, the morning wasn't nice because I hadn't gotten enough rest and stuff like that. So I go to a post office. Cool. They were supposed to open, I think, at 8:30. They did not open it. I think they opened at 9:30. At 8:30, they're telling us they're doing stock taking. What. Already, like, my plan was I am going there. I'm gonna come back because I know when it comes to students and like their parcels, they'll basically put you in a different line from everyone else, and then you quickly take your stuff and go. It's not, you don't like spend the whole day there, as far as what I was told, right? So that was my plan, but no, it was ruined because we're chilling there waiting for them to open because when I stock taking, they didn't even like inform anyone on their website or at least put it outside a day before. People should know that they're gonna open later. Okay, cool. They eventually opened. We went inside. Obviously, because of COVID regulations and stuff, not everyone was allowed inside the hall. Most people were outside. We were very few inside, and I was one of the people who was inside. It's fine. I'm chilling there, chilling and stuff like that. How? I don't know what told me to look at my phone. I look at my phone. Next thing, it is dead silent. Like, I'm not. It wasn't loud, but there was some sort of movement. There was like talking here and there. I turn to check what's happening. I see a man wearing a mask and wearing a hat, and he had a gun, and he's like out here with the gun. So I'm here looking like, that thing, like, in for a second in my head I was like, is this really happening? Like, I was like, is it really happening? I was like, this feels like a movie. And I was like, is this? I just stood still, or sat there still. I decided not to look elsewhere. I decided to look at one corner, and I was facing down. I looked at that one corner, and in my heart I was praying. I was praying so hard, and I was like, yo, this can't be it. Like, this cannot be it. This can't be my last day on earth. This is when, like, your life, this is the definition of your life flashes before your eyes. I was like, this can't be it at all. And the whole time I was just like, what, don't look, because you don't want, in my head, there's so many things going on in my head. I was like, yo, if I don't want to look at this guy, because if I end up looking at him, what if he actually shoots me because of maybe the fear of him thinking that I can identify him. So that's why I chose not to look at him, right? So I continued, but everything happened so fast that within maybe 5 minutes, everything had happened. I only realized that those guys had gone the moment one of the ladies started crying or screaming, and then I'm like, oh, they're gone, because it was dead silent. So basically, guys, this is what happened. These people walked as if they are no ordinary people. Okay, in other words, they didn't scare anyone else outside. They didn't probably wave their guns to anyone outside. They walked normally, probably in the pretense of they want to probably ask for information, and they got in. And yeah, that's why everyone didn't even know what happened until we got out, and someone's like, don't you know what happened? So it seems like it was an inside job from what people were saying. It seems like someone who worked there had to do with this whole thing. That's why it happened so smoothly. But I'm so grateful that nothing happened to me, guys. That day I never thought I'd come back home. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I was just trying to have faith with your God. Father God, please let this not be the way I am taken out. Like, that's all I was thinking with you. I don't want this to be the way that, because I didn't expect. I know you, with death, you never expected, but I was like, mm-mm. So that's just to show you that South Africa's the pits. I came home, I was crying, or well, on my way, I think I was crying. I don't really remember that part, but my mom was just like, and she's like, for some reason, that morning, usually we pray at night. In that morning, she prayed, and I was like, prayers, 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 prayers help for real, you know. And yeah, so my mom was just out here like, she prayed. She doesn't know why she prayed that early morning. So I was like, her prayers really saved me from what could have happened. So yeah, guys, that was just one of the most traumatic experiences I've experienced, in my life. I went through therapy and it helped. It helped, you know. Just to also point out that for those who think therapy is for the weak, you've got it wrong. Actually, you are strong for going to therapy. You're choosing to deal with your issues. Not everyone can do that. So it's a very brave move for you to go to therapy. With anything you feel like is a lot, you know therapists or psychologists have a way to help you cope with the things that you go through. You understand? So just let someone know who's been thinking of going to therapy that it's okay to go to therapy. You get much better help. And also encourage people who feel like it's for the weak to actually go, because for immediately, like literally maybe a week later, or the following week, that's when I started attending my therapy sessions, because my family was encouraging me to do it, because they're like, these things have a way of coming up in your life later on, like when you probably thought you have forgotten about everything. Because sometimes something happens and it's just, you take it lightly because you just think wrong place, wrong time, and you continue with your life, right? And then only later on does it pop up and you're like, oh, I didn't deal with it when I was supposed to. So my family luckily encouraged me to go to therapy, and that's how I ended up going to therapy. And yeah, or doing it via like video call. I didn't actually attend by physically going. I did it online with this lady. She was a lovely, lovely lady. So basically, she helped me not overcome, or let me rather say, she helped me overcome in a way what I went through. It doesn't mean that therapy will take away those thoughts. No, it's not gonna take away what has happened. It has happened. It's not gonna completely eradicate those fears in you, but it will somehow give you, I don't know what to say, but it will really help you slowly get over the things you went through. So in that regard, initially, even when I did like my first therapy session, I still had that thing, like I didn't want to go out. Whenever I'd hear sounds around my like area, plus we live in a complex, and around this place there are people who clean like our yards and stuff. So whenever I'd hear like someone like in the yard, I'd automatically feel like I'm going to be attacked. To a point, I remember this day, this man who I had never seen was opening our gate. I opened my parents' curtains, and I looked at the guy and I said, "Can I help you?" Because in my head I was like, this man, who is he? I don't know him. And he's like, no, I'm just coming to clean. In my head I'm like, this guy is lying. So me being very, you know I am a person, when I'm scared I want to react. So at that moment I got out of the house. I wanted to stand outside so I can be in a position, if this guy tries to attack me, I can probably escape or be able to fight him off, compared to being in a confined space. You understand? So at that moment I was like, yo, only to find out when some other guy who's his boss came in and I recognized him. I was like, oh really, he was telling the truth. I felt more at ease. But that's when I knew that, whoa, I really have trauma. And I thought it was PTSD, and my psychologist was like, it's not PTSD. Usually you diagnose it after a while. It's not something that, obviously, if something traumatic happened to you, it's very natural for you to react the way you're reacting right now. It's nothing out of the ordinary. You understand? Only if it continues for a prolonged time will we be able to be like, yes, you do have PTSD. So she's like, don't worry, it's completely normal. But you also need to tell yourself that this cannot paralyze me from living my life. You understand? Because I did tell her I don't want to go out. And she's like, now you're going to live with what these people basically have a hold of your life now, So that's how I eventually did go out. Over time I started going out. But even when I did go out, I always felt like, oh, Whenever I'm in a restaurant or around areas, I always looked around. I always felt like, oh, maybe there's someone, or maybe they saw me and they're coming after me. Yo, guys, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. So basically, it's just to say that trauma is something that it doesn't just go away. And even when it's been a while, you will still have flashbacks. You will still have those moments like I am in a way better place, but I still have those moments where when I'm around that specific area, I don't feel safe. I always feel like, what if something happens of that nature again? Or if like I'm walking, there are times where I feel like I'm not safe, but it doesn't happen as frequently as it did initially when that event happened. Do you understand? So therapy is just something that will equip you in managing, or equip you with tools to manage whatever you went through, but it won't completely eradicate it from your head, or it's now all of a sudden it feels like, yeah, I never went through it. No, it will take most of it away, but it won't completely take it away. So in case you're expecting this miracle to happen, where I remember the psychologist was telling me of an event that happened where their house burnt down. She's like, it happened over 20 years ago, but till now there are moments where, and it happened because of lightning, something about the lightning, and because it was wood, something I don't remember, but she was letting me know her till now, at her old age, she still has those moments where she feels like she doesn't like it. Whenever there's lightning, she still goes. So she was letting me know that it doesn't mean it's gonna go away. It doesn't mean that it's gonna go away, but it is something that did happen to me. And it's been what, 3-4 months now, 3-4 months, guys, I can't count, but 3 months, I think. And yeah, I'm in a better space, but it was a lot. I think it was April or May. Yeah, somewhere there. It was a lot, and it just shows that South Africa is the pits. Like, but a part of you also realizes that most people, some people, let me say, they're not just doing this just for fast money. Really, some of them are doing it to feed their families. They're really, really doing this to feed their families. And when you look at it, you sort of have sympathy, but also being on the receiving end, you get angry with it. Now they're putting your life in danger to feed their families. It's tough because of how our country is, the state that our country is in. It's really, really tough on both ends. These are the times where you just feel like you wish, or you feel like, or you wish you were living abroad in safer spaces. Because I remember there was a video that I watched where this lady, she said she went to a club and she left her phone, and she realized when she got home that, oh, I left my phone. So she's like, oh, I need to go back. She went back, and the waiter or waitress or whoever, people, they left it there. Like, no one touched the phone. Where, in South Africa, 2 minutes your phone, you'll never see it again. You can walk in certain countries, get 12 at night, and you won't feel some type of way. You won't feel like, oh, I'm a female, I can't walk at 12. Or it's safe. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it's safe as compared to South Africa. South Africa, it's tough, guys. You can't walk even during the day, broad daylight. As a female, you don't feel as safe. As a male, you can't stop in the go at the robot in the middle of the night, because you always feel like, yo, if I'm there and I stop, the possibility of me getting hijacked is very high. So it's just something I wanted to share with you. Honestly, times like these, or when these type of things happen, you just wish you were not in South Africa. Although you know very well what you love your country and stuff like that. But it's just one of those, like, you're just like, mm-mm. So yeah, I just thought I should share this story because, yeah, guys. And this basically also encourages you to live. If I could take it back, I would. But a part of me is also like, I'm grateful it happened, because I'm at a place in my life where I want to live because of that experience. Because these are the experiences that really make you feel, hey, life can be taken away from you just like that, like in a blink of an eye. The day you did not expect, something just happens and you're gone forever. So these type of experiences really, really open your eyes and really make you want to live more. So this is just to encourage someone else who feels like they've been holding back, and will really see, I need to live because I have one life. Physically, my physical life is only one. You understand? So do live your life. I'm not saying live it irresponsibly, but live your life to the fullest, because you never know when your last day on earth is, or you never know when you're gonna have a very life-changing experience, and for the worst, something that could happen to you and it will change your life forever. You understand? So yeah, guys, that was just something that happened that really made me reevaluate and assess my whole life as a whole. Like, yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share this during my break, my study break. I'm gonna go back to the books now. Like I said, you guys will probably see this video somewhere during the weekend, or if I'm not lazy, maybe Friday, because today's Tuesday and I'm like, yo, I don't have time, I gotta study. Just took a break to just talk to you guys. I want to know how you guys are doing. What has happened to you that you feel like it was a life-changing experience, and you just feel like, yo, you'll never like be the same after that event happened. Interact with me, guys. Please, people who out here text me, people who are my friends who text me, or like, that was a nice video, or yeah, your audio is okay, or please guys, there's a reason why this YouTube, this thing of you texting me personally is not going to work. There's a comment section for a reason. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Interact with me. I do not bite. I do not bite. There's a reason why I have the YouTube platform. I'm trying to build a community. I know I'm not consistent, and that's one of the necessities for you to build a YouTube community. But guys, just help a sister out. Just what I'm saying, just help me out. But I really do hope you guys are great, and yeah, share your experiences. Tell me what has changed, what happened to you, if you can relate to me, and yeah, like your views on top in terms of people who actually end up doing these things. Like, do you feel their pain? Do you sympathize? Do you empathize? you know and all that, because I do know there are others who just generally do it because they want fast money. It has nothing to do with there's no work, they just want fast money. But for those who really genuinely do this because they're trying to feed their families, because there's no job opportunities and all those type of things, how do you feel about them doing it? Please interact. And yeah, like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Anyway, toodles.